especially fitting that we gather immediately after African Anti-Corruption Day 2026, which commemorates the adoption of the African Union Convention on Preventing and Combating Corruption to discuss the financialization of politics in Africa. That convention reflected a shared commitment by African states to hold ourselves and one another accountable for the governance failures that undermine our political and economic aspirations. Today, we have a genuine opportunity to build on that commitment. The adoption of Resolution 11.7 under the United Nations Convention Against Corruption has injected fresh momentum into political finance reform. Ghana is proud to have contributed to that effort. At the same time, the AU Advisory Board Against Corruption is developing a continental model law, and the community of experts gathered here has the knowledge and experience to turn ambition into meaningful action. Distinguished guests, money has always been part of politics. The challenge arises when money determines who participates, who wins elections, and whose interests are served after victory. That is no longer simply a political concern. It is a question of democratic integrity. Across Africa, its consequences are becoming increasingly visible. Oversight institutions often lack adequate resources. Legal frameworks remain incomplete. Widening economic inequality has further increased the gap between what wealth can purchase and what ordinary citizens can contribute to the democratic process. Research conducted in Ghana points to the rising costs of contesting elections. Increasingly, those with vision, competence, and a genuine commitment to public service are priced out before they even begin. The consequences are profound. Women, who constitute more than half of Africa's population, continue to be significantly underrepresented in elected office. Young people on the world's youngest continent face similar barriers. So too do countless capable and public-spirited citizens whose only disadvantage is the inability to finance increasingly expensive political campaigns. The issue is not a shortage of people willing to serve. Rather, the cost of entry has become so high that many who could strengthen our democracies are discouraged from participating. Over time, this narrows the pool from which democratic leadership is drawn. We see the effects in declining public trust, growing democratic disillusionment, reduced confidence in political parties, and increasing disengagement from formal political processes. Most concerning of all is the growing willingness of some citizens to consider non-democratic alternatives. These trends have direct implications for Africa's development aspirations under Agenda 2063. Political finance reform is therefore not merely an electoral issue, it is a development imperative. For more than 3 decades, Ghana has been recognized as one of Africa's democratic success stories. We do not take that reputation for granted. Through successive peaceful elections and constitutional transfers of power, we have continued to strengthen our democratic institutions while advancing transparency, accountability, and public integrity.